You didn't stumble across this message by accident. Gratitude is not just a polite word you throw out when someone holds the door for you. Gratitude is not just a journal entry or a quick thought before bed. Gratitude, when understood at its core, is the most powerful force you can ever summon. It is the gateway to abundance, the shortcut to peace, the switch that instantly changes how the universe responds to you. For most people, gratitude is weak because it's conditional. They say, "I'll be grateful when I get the job. I'll be grateful when I win the money. I'll be grateful when life finally gives me what I've been asking for," but that isn't gratitude. That is bargaining. That is lack disguised as hope. True gratitude is unconditional. It is being able to stand in the middle of what feels incomplete and yet feel complete. It is being able to look at what's missing and still declare that you are overflowing. And here is the secret. The universe responds to your state of being, not to your words alone. If you live in lack, if you constantly signal, "I'll be grateful later," the universe gives you more reasons to keep waiting. But the moment you embody gratitude now, without the thing you want in your hand, the universe begins shifting reality to match that vibration. That's why gratitude is the fastest shortcut. It doesn't ask you to fight, to chase, or to struggle. It asks you to shift your state, and your state magnetizes everything else. Think about it. Every time you pause and feel gratitude, your mind stops scanning for danger. It stops obsessing over what's missing. It stops fighting with time. Instead, it creates space. Space for clarity, space for opportunities, space for new energy to enter. Gratitude rewires your brain. It rewires your nervous system. It rewires the way people respond to you. Someone who lives in genuine gratitude naturally attracts allies, chances, and open doors, because people, just like the universe, feel drawn to that energy. But most people misuse gratitude. They treat it like a chore. They write a list and rush through it. They whisper a thank you without feeling it. That's not the shortcut. That's just empty words. Gratitude only works when it shakes you inside, when it makes you pause, when it makes you breathe differently, as though the thing you wanted has already arrived. Because here's the paradox: abundance doesn't come first. Gratitude does. Gratitude is the evidence the universe waits for. When you prove that you can feel it before you see it, reality bends to deliver it. You may have noticed this in small moments. Think of the times when you were deeply grateful, maybe not for money or success, but for something simple. The warmth of the sun, the smile of someone you love, the relief of a problem finally solved. In those moments, didn't you feel like life was full? Didn't you feel like you already had enough? And strangely, in those times, more good things seem to follow. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. That is the law in action. Gratitude changes your relationship with time. Without it, you are always waiting. Waiting for life to get better. Waiting for abundance to appear. But with it, you collapse the waiting. You bring the future into the now. You experience the energy of your desire as though it is already here. That's why the masters of manifestation always return to gratitude. Because it doesn't just change what you feel, it changes the field around you. It sends a clear signal. I already have, therefore I will keep receiving. And yet many resist it. They ask, how can I be grateful when I don't have what I want? How can I thank life when I'm in debt, when I'm stuck, when I'm empty? That is exactly the point. Gratitude is not about reflecting what you see. Gratitude is about declaring a new reality. It is rebellion against lack. It is defiance against limitation. To be grateful when everything looks scarce is to tell the universe, you cannot fool me. I know abundance is already mine. That level of gratitude bends reality faster than years of hard effort. If you can practice this, not once, not occasionally, but as a way of being, you will notice something remarkable. Situations that used to drain you will begin to dissolve. People who once overlooked you will begin to notice. Doors that always stayed shut will start to creak open. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a signal, and the universe cannot ignore it. So the next time you catch yourself worrying about what you don't have, stop. Pause. And instead of rehearsing lack, rehearse abundance. Look at your life with the eyes of someone who has already won. Because in truth, you already have. Every breath, every moment, every chance to continue is wealth. And from that wealth, greater wealth grows. Gratitude is not passive. It is not weakness. It is not pretending everything is fine when it isn't. Gratitude is strength because it refuses to bow down to lack. It is the posture of someone who knows abundance is inevitable, even when the evidence hasn't yet arrived. And when you hold that posture, life bends to it. Picture two people standing in the same situation. One sees nothing but problems and complains endlessly. The other feels gratitude for the smallest opening, the tiniest chance, the simple fact they still have the strength to move forward. Which of these two will recognize opportunity when it appears? Which will inspire others to help? Which will naturally open the flow of abundance? Always the one who chose gratitude. You see, gratitude doesn't just change your emotions, it changes your awareness. When you are ungrateful, your mind only notices obstacles. But when you are grateful, your mind becomes a magnet for solutions. The same world, the same situation, suddenly reveals new paths. Gratitude does not erase difficulty, but it makes difficulty irrelevant because your eyes are fixed on what is growing, not what is dying. And this is why gratitude is peace. People chase peace by trying to control everything: their money, their relationships, their future. But control is fragile. One setback, and it shatters. Gratitude does not depend on control. Gratitude declares peace in the middle of uncertainty, and in that declaration, true peace arrives. So here is the challenge. Stop waiting for a perfect moment to be grateful. If you wait, you will never start. Begin now. Begin with the breath in your lungs, the ground beneath your feet, the small wins you already overlook. Each act of gratitude is like a key that unlocks another layer of abundance. And the more you use it, the faster life unfolds. If you carry this truth with you, you will no longer wonder when abundance is coming. You will live as though it is already here. And that living is what calls it closer. Gratitude is not a technique. It is not a trick. It is a way of being that reshapes everything around you. Now, if these words stirred something inside you, if you felt even for a moment the power of what gratitude can do, then this message was meant for you. The universe connected you here for a reason. Don't let it end with just listening. Start practicing. Let today be the day you shift from waiting to receiving. And when you do, share it. Speak it. Comment your intention below. Declare the abundance you are ready to receive, and let this space be filled with the energy of gratitude. Because the more we declare it together, the stronger the signal we send. Subscribe if you want more messages like this. Not noise, not empty words, but reminders that realign you with the truth of who you are and what you deserve. Stay connected here, because this is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning of a new one.
Gratitude is the fastest shortcut, and now it's yours to use.